Hi y'all, how's everyone doing? Metaphysical Mama here. I'll do a little tuning bowl to set the energy before I start. Take some nice deep breaths in through your nose. If you're able, close your eyes. If you're in a place where you can. Breathe out all the stress and just let everything go. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Try to just concentrate on the breath. Let all other thoughts fall away. Try to clear your mind. And clear the vessel. Slow down all those busy thoughts and feelings. One more breath. See if you can breathe in past your belly, past the navel. See if you can feel it into your heels and down into the earth. And send love. And receive that back. And breathe out clarity, love, neutrality, transparency, hopefully that brought us all into a little of a calmer energy field before I begin. I thought I'd pull a card out of my crystal deck. I'm just going to close my window because it gets loud out there. So how's everyone doing? Lots of fear and control, matrix stuff going on. I say those words in terms of, right, all the things that are being put out into the media, on the news. We have the thing going on, which I'm not going to say the name of, which, you know, again, it's not a, like I got my little tiger's eyeball right here, and we got tiger's eye, number 9. Jiggling him around. Put him back up here. Let's see if I can shift this stuff around a little bit. It's not the best, I don't have the best setup areas here. Work with what we got. Hopefully that is sufficient. All right, so number 9. Today is today's 3rd month, 4/5. Let's see, 5 and we're in a 5 year. 5 and 5 is 10. Today's a 10 day. So let's see what Tiger's Eye has to say. So lots of wavy stuff going on, huh? Oh, perfect. Empowerment. That's a beautiful word. Because we all need to give ourselves permission to give ourselves the power to stand in our truth and the ability to say no and care for ourselves without apology. And that doesn't mean like, oh, I don't care what others think or etc. No, that means I'm going to empower myself by honoring myself and respecting myself and not allowing myself to be pushed and pulled by what's on the media, unless I look further into it and do my research and gain more information and knowledge. I'm willing to go down those rabbit holes so that I have the information that I need, so I'm not overreacting or reacting unnecessarily or doing something that I may regret further down the line due to, right, jumping too quickly, right? It's like because someone says run across the street doesn't mean we should, right? What's the old saying? Just because someone says jump, I think I heard that my whole life growing up. Just because someone says jump doesn't mean you should jump. I have to do my research before I'm willing to jump off anything that's going to possibly harm myself or anyone or anything I care about. Because I do live by the law of treat others how I would like to be treated. And that means I have to love and honor myself as well, most of all first. We use that saying way back since I don't know when, right? The old analogy in an airplane. Before you save anyone, you have to save yourself first. You have to put your gas mask on first, your oxygen mask, in order to breathe. Now people were wearing diapers on our faces to take away the oxygen. That does the opposite. And I'm gonna do another video because I probably won't have enough time on this. I'll upload it next regarding fear and anxiety, and you know how it affects us, and duality. Fear is the duality of love. There's no such thing as the HAT word. That word, like that feeling, is only fear, which is false evidence appearing real. So if we're living in fight or flight in a manner of fear, if I'm in fear, it's because I haven't done enough research or because someone's forcing me to, right, do something that I may not want to do. But if I'm hearing something or someone else said something or I happened to read something somewhere or, right, etc., I have to be wise enough to take that knowledge and information that I just received and do a little further investigating. And that's not just looking the definition up in a dictionary or finding the quick search of the first thing that pops up on Google, because I can find beautiful information on the internet, but I have to, usually I find the deepest information when I pull something up that I'm looking for, and then I end up seeing another word and then look that word up, and I look up the etymology or the metaphysics, or it guides me or brings me to a book that I have. I'll just show you a little quick. I have, excuse my ashtray, but many different, I love all different kinds of knowledge and information. It's kind of dark in here. Sorry, I don't know if you're able to see so well, but there's no wrong way to, nursery rhymes, songs, music, again, having a conversation with someone, reading something online, finding something in a book, being outside, sitting quietly, meditating and allowing just pure, right, divinity and Holy Spirit and Mother Nature, however, right, however you interpret, you know, if you're able to get into that spot. If you're here, I'm sure you can. And if you're still listening, I'm sure you can, because, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And I'm always student. Even when I'm teaching, I'm always student. Always. Right? Like master, student. Master, student. So let's get reading on Tiger's Eye. And, and then also, I'm going to do a video regarding different organs in the body and different emotions and how they affect the different organs in the body, and get really into the metaphysics of our thoughts and feelings and how they cause discord and dis-ease, and they manifest within the vessel, our body. And when they show up, that's the body telling us we need to, right, do some further investigating. We have to understand, not just understand. If I understand, I'm still right here. I'm still under the table. Under the table. Understanding. I'm not, right, 33 degrees. I'm not able to, I'm like Alice in Wonderland. I'm still under the table. So I have to understand. And if people overstand, overseers, right, coming from over perspective, overseeing, understanding is being able to close our eyes, put ourselves in another's shoes, see what the different variables, what something might feel like, being a very high empath, right? Understanding. Having awareness of if I have, right, once we've made enough mistakes, I think, it's like, then we learn after I do this, right? After I touch a hot stove, then I burn my hand, right? It's hot. I say, ouch. But I wouldn't have learned that unless I touched something that burned me, right? And then that gets into a whole nother thing. Where does cold begin? And where does hot end? And where does hot begin? And where does cold end? And can't cold be very, very hot? Freezing cold can be more hot than hot. So perception is so intricate. It's so interesting. Anyhow, I jump all over. So empowerment. So Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye symbolizes prosperity and encourages right use of power. It balances your needs with those of others, finding solutions. Self-understanding. A child of the sun and earth with untold powers. You make your own fate. That's so funny. I hate to interrupt the reading, but I just hung up with a friend and we were speaking of the binary star system. And I was referring to that, and how some of us are from the lunar spectrum and others have, right, come through the recycle, the sun or sun and earth, right, gods of the earth, and the sun gods and children of the light, and etc., which is different than us loonies. You know, we are quite loony. I don't even know. I'm like, so like my hair. This is why I didn't want to show my face on here today, because I still haven't done my loony bin hair, but I don't care. So, yeah, anyhow, funny that we just pulled this card, Children of the Sun. So, okay. A child of the sun and earth with untold powers. You make your own fate. Assert yourself wisely. Bring hidden talents to the fore and accept your imperfections. Sounds easier than it is, right? We're our biggest critics. So, but that just means like when we said it, see, I started this off right, I guess, with the breathing. And I'll do another little, this is my Korean bell here. Being able to calm and center the mercurial energy that mixes with the sun, which is what brings us up to such high, right, masculine intellect. It's like very solar, masculine energy. So to come down into the dark and the lunar, especially now, can feel and seem extremely threatening and scary. But I assure you, we're nothing but big lovey loves. On my side over here, anyhow. So, let's see. Bring hidden talents to the fore and accept your imperfections. There is a tendency toward obsessiveness or becoming spaced out. Oh, I'm famous for that one. Both of them. Ground yourself. Explore your past lives to discover causes of these traits. Deal sensibly with day-to-day reality and face challenges boldly. Divination. Unlock your creativity. Find prosperity and lasting success. Long journeys and celebrations lie ahead. Whoop, whoop. That's what I keep seeing. There's a lot of hard work we've been doing. I can't wait. It's like, keep shedding. It's like so much clothes. We got to take it all off. Shedding like a king snake. Long journeys and celebrations lie ahead. Your personal power, confidence, and energy are high. Use them wisely. So we have to remember to keep grounding so we can, especially me, I'm saying that out loud to myself. Ground, ground, ground. Commit the goals. Distinguish between wishful thinking and what you really need. Super key sentence right there. Wishful thinking and what you need. Make sure you're discerning the two best of your ability. That's how we start to slow down and not be such consumer. Right? That's part of the fear. We feel lack, that we won't have enough, and we do. Assist friends to gain their heart's desire. And that's like saying, when you can't get out of your own head, help someone else, which is probably the last thing you want to hear. But when we do so, when we go help someone else, because I know I feel that way and I've been told that 1,000,000 times, generally that's how we get the heck out of ourselves. And when we help someone else in some manner, or change a thought, move a muscle, our energy starts to shift so we don't get stuck and we feel better. So it sounds oxymoron and then it sounds selfish, because then it's like, well, we're doing it because we want to feel better, but it works. You help someone else and then they feel better and you feel better. But you don't want to overdo it. Don't go over imposing. Big difference. Or doing something to get a certain outcome. That's way different. That's manipulation, and that's not what I'm talking about. You those that know what the heck I'm talking about. Past lives throw light on current situations. Woohoo! I'm waiting for some info to drop. Healing insight. Doing what gives you joy increases your well-being. Absolutely. And that's how we heal. That's why it's so important to honor and respect and care for ourselves, which is our divine feminine and Holy Spirit, which travels through all of us. So any that say that there's no such thing as quantum, our quantum is our thoughts and our feelings mixed with the variables and possibilities and choices that we have before we use our free will to actually make a choice and do something with the thoughts and feelings that we're acquiring. And some are our own, and some are mixed and alchemizing with others' thoughts and feelings, which is what makes up the word the world. The world is thoughts and feelings swirling around in the air, in the waters, being passed around. It's in such small molecular form, right? Atoms, ions, protons, neutrons, electrons, etc. I have to. So, in a nutshell, that's a whole another chapters and bunches of videos that I will be doing, I assure you. So we're gonna have lots of fun. I have lots of stuff planned. I have lots of stuff hiding in my notebooks, and I'm looking really forward to sharing and growing and learning and doing more, and just seeing where it goes. I'm not really making plans. Allowing synchronicities and what feels right in the moments to continue to guide my way, and with the influence of, again, going through my thoughts and feelings, because I practice what I preach, and allowing, myself to decide also, like, if I like things or not, and taking my time with them. I'm not rushing. I'm allowing things to come together naturally, best I can, while learning to ground and have better compartmentalization and format for myself. Those are my goals, and respecting myself, creating healthy boundaries, always with love, detaching with love, letting go, not believing in falsehood and allowing another's fear to control my direction and my thoughts and take too much space and energy and time in my head and in my, right, which is really difficult, right, like earlier I said, oxymoron again, right, help others, but at the same time create boundaries and just say no. So there's a lot of duality and stuff that sounds like, right, being a hypocrite. So there's a lot of, duality, I guess. Yeah? So, anyhow. Tiger's eye frequency, earthy to high, depending on color. The chakra is for the solar plexus and the third eye. Leo and Capricorn is the timing. And soul path, becoming empowered. Let's empower one another with love by loving ourselves and learning to have discernment and allowing ourselves to let things go. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the afternoon on my side over here at the present moment, but have beautiful all of your moments. May all of your moments be beautiful. One little bell. Till next time.